After the slow motion wall drill, we'll take the quarterback back to our 20-yard setup where we first started with dominant, non-dominant, and swivel hips. And what we'll do is we'll put a receiver 10 yards away and we'll take him through the throwing progression. Once again, I have telestrated this and put the details of this in the telestration on YouTube. And each of them have a separate file that you can Google, Bill Renner quarterback training, throwing progression, and watch those. But to give you a quick demonstration, the first drill we start out hips throw, and what we do is put the ball in our sternum, we coil, we uncoil, and throw 5 passes to a receiver 10 yards away. Then we turn around and we do step hips throw, once again 5 passes 10 yards away. Then we'll do what's called crossover balance, where we'll start with our left foot, we'll cross over, put our back foot right down underneath our armpit, and then step and throw it to a receiver 10 yards away, 5 repetitions. And then the last one we'll do, we start sideways, we do crossover balance, we hitch up, and we throw it. So those 4 drills are going to be done to a receiver 10 yards away, 5 repetitions each. So that's 20 repetitions. Then we will back the receiver up to 15 yards and repeat the same 4 drills. The reason we do that is we want to see if he can accelerate and maintain his accuracy, his balance, and his posture within that 15-yard area. So we do basically 40 throws, 20 from 10, 20 from 15, after we do the slow motion wall drill to warm our quarterbacks up and have them ready to go. The main component of doing the throwing progression, besides the fact that we'd like them to use good throwing mechanics, is to teach them to use their eyes, their elbow, and their fingertips for accuracy. So when they do this throwing progression, we're telling them that that ball can be no higher than their head and not outside the framework of the receiver's body from waist up. So he's got from the waist up through the shoulders, head height. And what this does is we've done enough mechanic work between the towel drill and the slow motion wall drill where we have been able to watch and fix whatever the major thing is that we need to be done. But at some point, you've got to teach him to use his eyes, his elbow, and his fingertips and line them up. So what we tell them is you're always going to throw at the receiver's chest who's stationary catching, but as you turn, your eyes stay glued on that, your elbow points at his chest, and then your fingertips follow that. And if you maintain good balance and good posture, meaning you're tall and upright and your head doesn't go outside your left knee, then you can be absolutely accurate every time. Even if there's some slight mechanical error that we need to continue to work on, you can overcome that if your eyes, your elbow, and your fingertips always line up. The reason that's important is your elbow has to be pointing where you want to throw the ball because your hand is at the end of your elbow. Your elbow is a hinge joint. So the ball and your hand need to go where you want to throw the ball. That could be at the back shoulder, the front shoulder, head height, over the guy's head. And that's a discussion about when a guy runs a route, watching the defender and throwing him open. But we need to be able to teach accuracy with the eyes, the elbow, and the fingertips, and we really hone that in when we do the throwing progression. We still monitor the mechanics, but I want to make sure that he has his accuracy with his eyes, elbow, and fingertips also trained and loosened up for when we get ready to go throw routes.